Welcome to the third part. Here we will discuss about the angles as I have given you the little bit hints about this one in the previous class. Yes? What do you mean by angle? Yes, tell me. Okay, as we have discussed about these rays in the first class, you can remember, na? There you know that if two rays are originating from one point, they are coming out from one point, and they definitely they will be extend to the different direction. So that situation when we are getting two rays in two different direction originated from its common point, that will be called an angle. Okay, how it can look like? So if let it be, this is the O, I am taking one point O, and from there one ray is going to that direction and this one is going to this direction. Let's name this one, that is A, this one is B. So here that ray OA and OB, yes, they are originated from point O. So what they had formed, that geometrical shape they had formed, it will be called as angle. Yes, it is an angle here. Now, how you can name this one? Yes, we have the freedom to name it, but always the vertex will come to that middle. How? Vertex is what? Here that O is the vertex. Yes, you can see these two arms, that two rays of this angle, they will be called as arm, or you can say side also. These two arms have a common point, that is O. Here this O is the vertex. So what will be the name of this angle? I can name this angle. Yes, you definitely use this angle sign while you are naming this angle. Here I can write it AOB. Yes, you can write it angle DOA. You might have noticed that always that O is coming in the center, and I can denote this angle by only one letter by the vertex only. I can write it only angle O. Okay, now when I have drawn this one, let me tell you which area of this, as we are talking about that polygons, that interior of the polygon, exterior of the polygon. So it definitely it also has something here, that interior or exterior, it will depend on what, that interior will be this part here, that surrounded part, and angle must be marked with this curve line. One curve should be there. Yes, that curve will denote, here is the meaning you have for this curve. Be attentive to that point. That curve means that area of this one. Here you are asking for that angle, not that exterior one. So here that part which I have shaded here, this is called that interior. This is the interior. Here this is the interior of angle AOB. So that part, that outside area, it is the exterior. Okay. Now one more thing. If I have extended this ray to any end, yes, like that, so that area also, that interior also will increase from that. Yes, keep it in your mind. Now, and I already told you by this curve you will mark this angle, because this is talking about that angle AOB. That means we are if you are asked to find the measure also, you will look after this much area. Okay, now suppose you have asked, one point has been given over there, and let me rub it, and you have asked, I have marked some point on that. One second, this is point B was there. One point I have marked here, let it be B, here it is, and one point I have marked on that side, let it be Q. Now can you tell me which is the point lies in the interior of this angle? Yes, yes, it is point P. Point P lies in the interior of this angle AOB. But which one is lying on the exterior, or in the exterior of this angle? That is definitely point Q. Point Q is in the exterior of this angle AOB, and point P is in the interior of this angle AOB. Now in next part, here we have already we have drawn this one with two rays. Now come to one figure, that polygon, which has been bounded by that least number of sides, and that is triangle. What it will be when we are talking about the triangle? You can immediately you can recall the image of a triangle which has been bounded by three sides. It is a three-sided closed figure. Yes. Yes or no? Okay. So let me name this one. I am naming this one. Let it be X, Y, Z. Yes. Which is the interior of this triangle? Yes, definitely that part is the interior of this triangle. That means that area surrounded by the sides. So these are the sides. How many sides we have? We have three sides. Here the sides are X, Y, Y, Z and Z, X. These are the three sides you have. And this angle also have, with these three sides, it also have three angles. What are the angles it have? Angle X, angle Y and angle Z. And also this triangle have three vertex. First one is, their vertices are X, Y and Z. Yes. So in this case, if you have asked in that which is the exterior of that triangle, so here you can say that area except that enclosed part by these three sides. And that means that outside, this whole outside, that is the exterior. Here that side are working as a boundary. Okay. Now how can you present the sides here? For this triangle, we can write it like triangle X, Y, Z. Here, sides, what are the sides you have? You can write it X, Y. Yes, they have each length, so put that line segment side. Then Y, Z. Yes, and the third one you have Z, X. Okay, what are the angles it have? That angles are, it have angle X, angle Y and angle Z. These three angles it have. Yes, let's come to that quadrilateral. It is a four-sided closed figure. So what will happen in this case? For a quadrilateral, let me rub it. In a quadrilateral you can see it is a four-sided closed figure. Yes, four-sided closed figure. It can be, let it be like that. Yes, and let me name it P, Q, R, S. Earlier in the last video also I have told what are the sides, what are the angles, what are the diagonals it may have. Yes, so here again let's recall that part. What are the sides it have in this quadrilateral? Here, what are the sides we have? In this quadrilateral, PQRS, this is the name I had given by these four letters. Here, what are the sides we have? The sides are, let's present the sides. Yes, and not only that, I am going to write that sides by that adjacent one first. Let me make you clear. If you are asking for that adjacent sides, what you will write? Adjacent sides we are going to write in a sequence. First, if I am taking PQ, then PQ, and with it I can write PQ, QR. This is the one group. Then another group I can write QR and RS. Yes, this is the another group. Then one more group I can write RS and SP. RS and SP. And the third pair I can write SP and PQ. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Here I am talking about the adjacent sides. Why I am telling them adjacent? Okay, how you can tell them adjacent? See, here one thing is in common, that is the vertex we are taking here, and these two sides has been extended to the different direction. So here that one common point must be there. So what you will tell me in case of that opposite sides? Yes, let's write opposite sides in this case. What you will write here? Opposite side of this polygon, this quadrilateral. What are the opposite sides you will get here? Tell me. If I am taking PQ, which will be the opposite side of this one? Yes, definitely it will be HR. Yes or no? Now, one more pair, tell me. This is the one pair I had written PQ. It is opposite to HR. Yes, they don't have anything in common. And what is the other pair you have? Here I can write SP and RQ. See, this one and this one, they are another pair of opposite side. The same thing will happen in case of the angles. For the adjacent angles, what we will write? Yes, for adjacent angles, what we can do here? See, adjacent angles, if I am talking about P, then I can take next one is Q. Yes, let me write in group P, Q. This is the one group I can take. So let me put the angle sign also. Okay, but I can go for the next one. I can take Q and R. Yes, Q and R is the another group I can take. Then third group I can take R, comma, angle R, comma, angle H. Yes. Then fourth group I can take, that is angle S, comma, angle P, in this way. So what will be the opposite angles? Tell me. Here opposite angles will be that the angle P will be opposite to angle R. Yes. So opposite angles. Opposite angles. Yes. The first group can be angle P opposite to angle R. Yes. And another pair it can be angle S is opposite to angle Q. So in this way you can identify the adjacent side, adjacent angles, opposite sides, opposite angles, and all these things. And you also can find out the diagonals of them also. So let's come to the diagonals of this figure. What are the diagonals you will get here? Diagonals means what I have told you in the last part. Yes, when we are joining the opposite vertices. So here the opposite vertices means P and R is that one group. That means we are getting PR is the one diagonal and another diagonal is SQ. So that two diagonals here for a quadrilateral, two diagonals are, what are the diagonals we are getting? These are, first one is we can write PR, this is the one diagonal, yes, that is also the line segment for this figure, and another one is SQ. These two diagonals we will get here. Yes, they are joining the opposite vertices. So this much only you do for this part. Again in next part we will discuss about the circles.